Face and Carl Pilkington are here at the moment. We'll talk about Life's Too Short a bit later, Ricky.
Sure.
Carl's got to go at 1:30. What, are you going out to do some... Was it like your boiler broken?
No, just things to do. Okay. I don't like sitting around outstaying me welcome.
You wouldn't be. But we'll talk about Life's Too Short.
Carl, what do you say to those people who say that it's all planned and scripted, An Idiot Abroad? That what do you say to those people? You've spoken to the people that say that you're whingy. You said shut up. What do you say to the people that think that?
I'm not bothered anymore. I'm not bothered.
A lot of people do think that. A lot of people think that what you do is an act, don't they?
Forget it. Whatever they want to think. Because what can you do when people are like that? One, I don't understand why they think it is sort of a scripted thing. I don't know why they think I'm an idiot. That's the first one. Because I'm not an idiot. You wouldn't say that, would you?
No, you're not. Of course, you're not an idiot.
Right. So we can agree on that.
You say funny things because you have a different outlook on the world. Carl's one of the smartest people I know. He's not the most educated, right, and so he's got gaps in his knowledge, and that's what's funny. He's also very opinionated, and he's different, right? But there's no way he's honestly one of the sharpest people I know. And also, we put him in that situation to get the best out of him. I know exactly how to get this funny Carl out. He's not like all the time. When we go out for a drink, I'm not making him do stuff.
Wow.
I'm not. Wow.
What were you doing the other night? Tying a napkin around my head.
That was an experiment. That was an experiment because I wanted to show him the tourniquet. How if you tie it and then put a simple lever in it and turn it, you can get so much pressure in it. You nearly burst, didn't you? Your head nearly burst.
Yeah.
So, and you learned something. It's sort of like Blue Peter. I don't want to bring up Blue Peter again. those days are gone.
They're a long time ago.
Yeah.
Too soon for those jokes.
Yeah, but I feel that I love this 10-year experience I've had with sort of educating Carl.
Is
not
that how
in a
long it's been?
patronising way. Yeah.
10 years.
It's fascinating. He's also my best mate. I can't get enough of him. We are mates. We do this, and he knows why I do this, and but it doesn't mean he doesn't still get angry and annoyed when he's stitched up somewhere on a shelf on a Trans-Siberian Railway and thought he was in first class, and I changed the ticket to third at the last minute. So there's still fun things, but you do it like mates do it.
I think some of the things you say are really wise sometimes, but then
I agree.
But at the same time, some of the stories you tell do seem fanciful. So
he's having a go now.
No, I'm not having a go. I'm not saying they're not true. It's just that they seem implausible. But I don't think you're a liar. I don't think you even have the capacity to lie. But there's that story. This might be from your old XFM podcast. Where did a mate of yours or a neighbour keep a horse in the house?
Look.
What?
Yeah, but hang on. I've just got back from Africa, where someone's got a hippo in the house. Do you don't believe me? What do you want? What can I do? It's not my house. It wasn't my horse. I'm just telling you.
Where was this? In Manchester?
Yeah, on the estate.
Someone that kept a horse in the house.
Horse in the house, but they didn't have much. They didn't have that much money. They couldn't afford a stable, so it's in the house. Kids on estates get spoilt sometimes more than people with money. So they'd spoilt the kid and got it a horse, but nowhere to keep it.
Exactly.
So it was in the house. No carpet in the house. Massive telly. They always have big tellies, don't they, in these houses when they got them out.
The horse like Coronation Street.
It was just that wandering around. I went round because I was flogging
dead horse
plants in pots,
right, yeah,
raising money for me. And there was a horse in the lounge.
Was it sitting on the couch?
It was just wandering around.
Did it go, hello, can I help you?
But that isn't that unbelievable, Richard.
It's weird. It is strange.
It is weird.
Yeah, but then there's this weird thing, that there are weird things on estates, and also people have heard the podcast, which is, like 40 hours of Carl talking about his childhood, but he's got, 35 years to tell. I mean, if it happened every day, those weird things, but, they're sort of condensed, and we've sent him to places where there are these strange customs to us. And there's no better man to do it. Could I just say in defence of Idiot Abroad as well?
Yeah.
It's not a comedy show. It's planned behind Carl's back, but everything Carl says, is the first thing that he thinks. There's no filter with Karl, and I think it's a really interesting and, dare I say it, quite important documentary.
It's beautifully made. I think in terms of comparing the first to the second series, I think it's moved up, hasn't it?
Good, isn't it?
It's some of the photography is as good as your Attenborough shows, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
You look as though you're enjoying it more than the first series. I've only seen one episode so far.
Well, it's over now, isn't it? And I've done it. I've been everywhere. There can't be any more. So now I can enjoy it. It's... What have I got to worry about?
But you had some good times on screen this time, didn't you?
Yeah, I sort of... I don't know. I think I tried to enjoy it more. Last time I moaned a lot and I was trying to get out of it and try to come home. This time I was like, I know this is how it's going to be. Stop moaning. Get on with it. And I tried to enjoy my moments. Let's
play a clip here. You don't enjoy this bit. This is you from episode 1 of An Idiot Abroad, series 2, when you attempt, or nearly attempt, a bungee jump.
We could have gone straight to the desert island, but instead we've come all the way here for a pointless occasion, because it's not going to happen. I said I'm not bungee jumping. When we talked about the whole bucket list thing and Steve was going, oh yeah, bungee jumping, that's what people want to do. They might, but I don't. And this is meant to be my bucket list. I've been on the world now for 38 years. I don't need to introduce this now. Oh, I'm just creating a new problem if I do get into bungee jumping. I don't want to change. I don't want to get into this.
Karl, let it go. Look up. Bring that chin up. Focus on that mountain.
Nah, forget it.
Yes.
No.
And you're going to dive out.
No, I don't want
it. Now, Karl. So honestly.
So what was that noise? I just made a noise I've never heard come from me. Yeah. There's that noise again.
And you're going to go.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
You have got it, mate.
No.
It's all yours. Looking up.
No, forget it.
Karl, come on, Karl.
Come on. No, this is cute. I don't want to do it.
Karl, I don't
want to do it.
For anyone watching online on our cameras, which are at bbc.co.uk/5live, you didn't appear to enjoy reliving that.
No, it took me right back. It's weird.
Looks good on radio, doesn't it? All that HD. Looks wonderful, the scenery.
Yeah,
on
you
radio.
were just saying how good it looked.
Yeah. Here's a mank bloke talking. Oh, here he is again. Just the same. This looks just as good.
No, but that's just a small bit of it. I mean, I quite like the... meeting people and stuff around the world is quite good. Because we just...
Is there any experiences that he's had that you were jealous of, that you've looked back and think, I'd like to do that, or I wish I'd done that?
Well, most of them, really, as long as I didn't have to stay in the same rooms as that I put him in. But yeah, there's some things I agree with him, in fact, I do agree with most of the things he says, that, I'd love the wildlife experience. Yeah, I'd love to do that one day. He came face to face with a mountain gorilla. Yeah. And the guy out there with him said, Karl, I think we wanted an Attenborough moment. We wanted him to say something profound. And Karl came up with, they've got little ears. Which is good, isn't it?
No, have you ever had to do any presenting like that when you've got to sell an important moment? Probably. You did Obama coming to in charge, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Just imagine if you'd have been the first bloke out on the moon. They'd written you a little thing.
But he had loads of time, didn't he? Armstrong.
What would
he
you
was
have
sat in a
said?
rocket for hours.
Okay, you've just done it. You've just stepped out on the moon. What's the first thing?
No. But what I'm saying to you is, he was sat in that rocket doing nothing for ages.
Right.
He was doing a crossword or something. I read. They came up with a pen that works in space or something, didn't they?
Yeah, I think
he was doing all that.
A pencil.
Well,
no,
exactly,
Russia
yeah.
did that. Russia did the pencil.
That's right. America spent like $100,000 on getting a pen that worked space, and Russia took a pencil.
Whereas when I was sort of trekking for the gorillas, I walked for about 8 hours, and the guide kept saying 10 minutes, 10 minutes, all right, 15 minutes. Well, hang on a minute. How long are we walking here? And he went on for 8 hours, and then I get there.
That's because you were going too slow, so the gorilla was getting away. If you'd have gone faster, you'd have got caught up with him.
So I get there, and the bloke with the camera's going, right, quick, say something. Look at the camera, say something. This is the moment, it's going to keep moving. So even though I was there, I couldn't enjoy the moment. They're all looking at the gorilla behind me. I've got to come up with something, looking at a camera, about this special moment. And it wasn't a special moment. My feet were wet. I ate wet socks.
But where is Neil Armstrong at ages in the rocket? You had 8 hours.
No, because it's tricky, Richard. It was
after,
up and down.
After you'd pointed out they got little ears, what was your profound statement? Do you remember?
I think I said I say it best when I say nothing at all. So just film that.
He quoted Ronan Keating.
He
quoted Ronan Keating
because
after meeting a silverback mountain gorilla.
Right, what would you have said then? Come on, what would you have said? That hasn't been said already.
I'd have said life is a roller coaster.
Carl, you're not outstaying your welcome. Do you want to say just like 5 more minutes after
10 minutes?
these? Okay.
Right.
Great.
10 more minutes.
Carl
15.
Pilkington's here. 85. Put your own questions to Carl. 85058. It's 2:32. Here's Justine Green. Thank you very much, Bob. But Carl, you look like you're in constant pain.
No, I'm just. I am still jet lagged.
Are you okay? There's a text here that Ricky Gervais and Carl Pilkington are here. And when is An Idiot Abroad 2 on? When did it start, Ricky?
Friday.
Starts on Friday.
Tomorrow, 9 o'clock.
And there's a book out from Series 1.
Yeah, that's
Still number one.
It's doing all right. That.
Mental. I mean, I told him that. I told him the sales, the DVD. The DVD, I mean, the book and the DVD were sold about 1 million, right? Nothing. I tell him that these people that, you know, like you, these people that I talk to at the Golden Globes and these award shows, they're not impressed with it. The only thing he's impressed with...
It's being paid. That is all I want, Richard. That is all I do this for. Like
No,
it's the one thing. I love it when I get a cheque in the post.
Yeah.
You're never there to witness that.
No, you don't. You moan about it because you say, "Oh, I've got to pay tax and that. I've got to do this, that."
Yeah, well, everyone else sticks their hand out, doesn't
exactly.
But that is why.
But the one thing I'm just working on the third series, the Ricky Gervais Show, the animation.
Yeah.
We're just finishing it, and I showed him the finished first episode, and he loves that. He watches those over and over again. He loves watching himself as a cartoon.
Why?
Because it's not him. It's not like him. It's like they've added to it, and it's things we said. You can watch it like it's not. I watch it like it's not us three.
Well, I forgot a lot of things we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they've got better and better. The third series is better than the first two, and it got better and better. But I really love those. I think it's a lovely little gem, isn't it?
Carl, how do you feel? How do you feel about getting recognised? The fame aspect of it. Do you like that?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because I'm not that sort of person, really. I just like keeping myself to myself.
Does it happen a lot now?
Yeah, not. I mean, I don't go out. I don't put myself in situations where there's loads and loads of people. I wouldn't go to, say, a Glastonbury or something like that, just because I don't want to come across miserable.
No, I never really cared for it. I mean, I knew going into it that if you became a successful actor or comedian, you'd become a famous one. But I was always wary. I didn't want people to think I'd signed with the devil. Make me famous and you can go through my bins. I never signed that contract. And you've got to be careful what you say as well, because people think you're ungrateful. It's like I did an interview recently and they said about, oh, do people bother you? And I went, no, everyone's really nice. I said, I have to avoid pubs. Sometimes a drunk could come and say, oh, have a drink with us, and you have to go, oh, I'd rather not. And they think, oh, you've changed. And I go, no, I haven't. I never used to drink with strangers. But the headline was, I'm too famous for pubs.
I saw that.
So
it said you hadn't been in a single pub in 10 years.
It makes me look like I'm complaining, or I've started the conversation. Like I've gone into a room full of journalists and said, listen up, I'm too famous for pubs. I love pubs. It's like, and Carl's very aware of this. There are some, and there are a small percentage that are out to twist your words and make you look like you've changed. They build you up and you want to bet. And I think Carl's very aware of that, and he hasn't. He hasn't changed a bit. In fact, he's got slightly more Carl. The more I've known him,
I like, it's great if people come up and they just go, oh, I like your programme. I go, cheers, and they wander off.
What else do they say?
No, it's just the freakier ones where they want to know everything, or they know everything. It's like
where they know the podcast even better than you do.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But it's the ones that think they know everything and don't. I mean, the problem is that everyone's, I've got a blog. Everyone's a journalist these days. Everyone's a critic. So there's these conspiracy theories. I mean, people say things that they really think they know. I've heard that. I know for a fact that
they do.
Carl's an actor called Graham. They work out how rich you are. And it's like, but fans are fine. We couldn't do without fans. We like people that like what we like and they buy our work. Of course we do, But I think you do have to draw the line of privacy because I think it's your right.
This phenomena of people making uninformed comments online is remarkable now. If you go on, one of my favourite pastimes, that might not be the right phrase, but a pastime is going on the Mail online, picking an innocuous story about a celebrity and looking at the
Seeing
comments.
the hatred. I love comments. I've done a few essays for the Wall Street Journal, and there are probably contentious issues, because some of them I suppose you'd count as controversial, particularly across Middle America. That I talk about, science and atheism and those, and the comments are incredible. I mean, just
what sort of things?
Oh, just brain dead, ill-informed people like the devil's going to kill me tonight. And you want to laugh because you want to go, I don't know where to start with that. You haven't read the essay. I'm not scared of the devil because I don't think he exists. And then you go to the real hatred, the people that think, abortion is wrong even if it's the product of a paternal rape. And you want to go, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start with this. So you have to sort of walk away.